Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Andrew and welcome to a gun guide for Red Dead Redemption 2. In this guide, I'm going to be quickly showing you some of the gun mechanics. In most shooter games, the mechanics are generally the same. You pretty much just aim and pull the trigger to shoot. It's not all that different in Red Dead Redemption 2, but there are some minor differences. Now, I'm going to assume that you know the basic controls. What we're going to do is quickly look at the overlooked controls and tactics. Now, first thing you want to note is that tapping R2 will actually unholster your weapon faster than using L1. If you're unarmed, it will automatically select your sidearm by default. This tactic is also pretty useful if you want to shoot and fire behind you right away. With the gun unholstered, pressing lightly on R2 will actually allow you to aim from the hip. Not entirely too useful, but it works if you want to try and maybe aim a little bit better and feather the hammer. Now with the gun holstered, lightly pressing on R2 will actually initiate a draw anywhere. Literally anywhere that will allow you to use a gun. This is pretty handy if you want to go straight into Deadeye without having to worry about being killed by whoever's trying to attack you in situations where you're being ambushed or situations where you're being held up. Now, while aiming your gun, pressing the camera button will instantly switch between first person and third person. Pressing left on the D-pad will switch shoulders. Pressing up on the D-pad allows you to fire a warning shot in the air. And pressing square will allow you to dodge. It also allows you to get dirty. If you're using a scoped weapon, while aiming, pressing down on the D-pad will actually allow you to scope in. If you're using a non-scoped weapon, while you're in first-person mode, pressing down on the D-pad allows you to use the iron sight. Pressing R3 while you're in first-person mode without aiming allows you to do an instant 360. While you're in third-person mode and you have your primary sidearm equipped, double tapping L1 will pull off a little trick that you can do to holster it. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to assume that there are only two important firing mechanisms. You might notice in some situations where you're hiding behind cover, there's bullets flying everywhere. It's absolute chaos.
You're dead, you sons of bitches!
It's like every single enemy is just firing directly at you despite the fact that there might be other people to shoot at. You go to fire a shot, and that works perfectly fine. But then you go to pull the trigger a second time, and no bullet comes out. Now you're kind of a sitting duck. The first couple of times this happened to me, I actually thought that it was a bug or a glitch, but this is because there are manual hammers and automatic hammers. What that means is you press the right trigger to fire once, again to cock the hammer, and then again to fire. This method is probably safer against things that don't shoot back, like these trees. A safer tactic is to aim, fire, go back into cover, then aim again. The reason why is because Arthur will automatically cock the hammer when you go to aim. With an automatic hammer, like the double action revolver here, you can fire at your heart's content. One thing to note is that guns that use a manual mechanism are usually more accurate than guns that don't. Also, don't be quick to judge a firearm too early because the more you use a gun, the more Arthur improves with that weapon. That's him firing with a Cattleman revolver after probably about 20 hours or more using that particular gun. And that's it. That's all you really need to know. Now you can go and use what you've learned to shoot some dangerous trees like this one here. Look at him. Look at him. He's sneaking up behind me. I can see him. You see him looking at me? You see him? See him? We're going to get him. We're going to... Oh, you see that? He didn't see that coming. Yeah. That's one tree that went ahead and made my day. Now, if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe and visit the channel for more videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as usual, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you in the next video.